Meanwhile, floodwaters are rising in Missouri, forcing people to evacuate. Flood warnings were issued across the state.
This comes after a series of storms slammed the Midwest and plains, killing at least 17 people. Michelle Miller is tracking the threat.
3 days of heavy downpours have inundated rivers across Missouri, forcing floodwaters to spill into cities, across highways, and through backyards. Volunteers, including Governor Eric Greitens, have been scrambling to prepare for the rising water.
When we were warned that this weather was coming, we proactively went out, declared a state of emergency, which allowed us to position swift water rescue teams around the state. Those teams have conducted hundreds of operations, literally saved hundreds of lives.
State officials have shut down dozens of roads and bridges threatened by the flooding. Currents were so powerful along the Merrimack River near St. Louis, this entire steel bridge was swept away. Images taken before and after the flooding throughout the state show the devastating impact.
It happened so fast. Once the water started coming in under the doors, I don't know if it was 15, 20 minutes, and it was thigh high in the house.
In Arkansas, a 2-day search for 2 young children switched from a rescue to a recovery effort. The pair were swept away from their mother in floodwaters on Saturday, bringing their grandfather to tears.
Tore my heart out.
Michelle Miller is in the town of Pacific, just outside of St. Louis. Michelle, what are you seeing now? I see that was once a street, looks like a bit of a river at this point.
Yeah, we're in Pacific, as you mentioned, and just about a half-mile down this road is the Merrimack River. It is expected to crest at near record stages in the next 24 hours. We can tell you from what we've seen just this morning. I'm going to walk you through this. So right about here, about 4 o'clock this morning when we arrived, this was all dry land. So the water has inched its way up closer and closer to the neighboring town. There is a railroad track just past our live truck here, only about, what is that, 50 feet away. So these waters are dangerously close to some sections that there is no moving or evacuating as far as these train lines are concerned. Now, I'm standing, the current of this river is flowing from west to east, and it's a pretty rapid current in some parts, enough to sweep away one of the bridges here in Missouri along the Merrimack. So tough times here. People have really taken this evacuation order here seriously. The state of Missouri, the governor declared a state of emergency at the beginning of seeing trouble, and that's where they got a handle on it pretty quickly.
All right, Michelle, I guess the next question is, what's being done to prepare for more flooding should it come?
Well, as I said, the fact that they got to jump, when they saw this storm coming in, they got to jump on it right away. The governor here decided to declare a state of emergency, and they have been sandbagging ever since. And that process continues. They're sandbagging some of the more vulnerable areas, homes, businesses along these towns, along the Merrimack River. So I think that people are just volunteering at this point, making sure that they stay out of harm's way, at the same time trying to protect as much property as possible.
All right, Michelle Miller, just outside of St. Louis. Michelle, thank you very much.